bodybuilder.
No.
I mean, I built my.
You still have a neck, so you weren't a bodybuilder. They lose their neck.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. The gym, well, I mean, it's a lifestyle. You gotta do it every day, be consistent, and you gotta learn about the cues. That's what's important. Like to accomplish a lift, say you want to do curls, but your elbows are back here. You're not really doing curls. You're pulling it with your shoulders. So you're gonna activate the wrong things, and if you're mindless, you're not paying attention to the cues. Okay, I gotta keep my shoulders here, this, that, the other, and then focus on the muscle. Then you're not gonna get any. And so a lot of people would benefit from just carrying heavy shit. If you carried something heavy on each hand and you carried it for a distance and till you can't no more, till failure, that's great. And then if you do it for time, see how long you can, or for repetitions, let's go 1, 2, 3 rounds around the block with 30-pound dumbbells in each hand, that you benefit a lot from that, because that's like general preparedness. The GPPO is talking about carrying something heavy. It just prepares you for the gym, because every muscle is working when you're walking and carrying something heavy.
Yeah, I see those weights you could tie around like your wrist and your arm, and just like, I guess they have different pounds.
No, don't use that. That'll pull your joints apart. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is
the vest one.
The vest is fine, but again, carrying something, grabbing something with your hand heavy,
gotcha,
and carrying it is very good. You can go to the gym and carry 2 dumbbells all the way around the gym and rack them again if you can.
Gotcha.
If you fail, just put them down safely so you don't break your toe. Now the gym you have to squat, deadlift, and you have to overhead press. These 3 things will strengthen your entire body. You got to do pull-ups. If you can do that thing, push-ups. It sounds basic, everybody knows these things, but it's how you do them and how consistently you do them. And then you question, well, how do I do the weights and how do I program? Well, you don't program. You just pick a weight and do it till it's easy. Do it till you can master it. If I could tell you I master 135, that means I can curl it, overhead press it, squat it, deadlift it, row it. I can move 135 like it's nothing on a bar because it's stable and all this stuff, right? When you do an exercise that you can do it slowly under lots of control, that means that you've gained a lot of strength. If you do an exercise a lot, then you get a lot of volume, and therefore you grow the muscle. Now, in order to grow, you got to eat.
Lose weight and gain muscle at the same time, and I know that's like 2 different scenarios.
You're gonna want to eat and need to eat a little more protein, because it's obvious that your muscles are made out of protein.
And I would eat 300 to 400 grams of protein a day.
Up to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight.
I may even go closer to 1.3 grams.
Right now, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight.
0.82 grams per pound of body weight.
Good. But you also need to understand that your body needs a break and needs to recover and needs to. So what do? Well, you need to understand, you need to fast. You need to eat at a certain time of day. Every day at a certain time, there's a block of time that you have so that you can eat. Therefore, you have a block of time where you're not eating, and that makes the body repair itself. See, people think that you got to stuff your face every hour. That'll make you fat.
Don't eat big meals. Don't eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. Eat snacks throughout the day, like small portions of snacks.
What I'm saying is the opposite. I'm saying don't eat like that throughout the day. Pick a time to start eating after you work out, because when you're trying to get big and strong and ripped and all these things, you need to train the body in a certain way. And when you do that under the conditions, your body, if it's starving, then that means that your growth hormone and your adrenaline is high. So if you go challenge a weight and you go work out and you work that out, when you come home, your growth hormone and all your hormones are high, so you're definitely anabolic, and that's what you want. You want testosterone in your body and your bloodstream. You can only get tested if you have an aggressor against you. If you understand that this weight is about to crush you and you got 315 pounds on your back, but you're not going to let it, then your body is going to turn anabolic. That's how it works. The only for you to get there is to not eat for at least 14 hours, 16 hours. And then eat your meals however you want. Eat like a man. Eat.
So it's best to work out and then eat, so it goes to where you're strained.
Right, because exactly. Well, you want to give time between your workout and your food so that you don't mess up the growth hormone signal.
All right, engineers, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about growth hormones.
There's signals. You got to learn to manipulate it in order to get adrenaline and get better at lifting a weight, which is a challenge. And to make the body, you're forcing the body to get bigger and stronger because the body just wants to stay in a stable line. you gotta show the body overloading. You feel me? So when you consistently working out with a weight, you're telling the body, listen, I need to handle this shit all the fucking time. So you need to fucking adapt.
And a lot of us do not focus on the core. That's where the structure all starts at, and a lot of people forget that part.
Absolutely. Squatting, it requires your abs to get strong. Squatting is really an ab workout. Pull-ups, if you put a weight between your legs on your ankles or something, like a small one.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that just makes your abs work harder. Went to the gym yesterday. Might go to the gym today again. You know, I'm 41 soon, so I don't try to do too much like I was when I was younger, because you just want to have enough. You know, you don't want to be greedy with the gym.
Yeah, real shit, though.
If you wanna get into the gym, you gotta try and, you know, do the movements, not so much and a muscle. Don't think of your body as a chest, back, shoulders, and biceps. That's not the way. Those are ways that bodybuilders did it. But bodybuilders, what they use steroids. Not all of them, but that split system came
from what
about.
I hear, that's just water weight.
Yeah, I've done cycles. I've done 2 cycles, and it depends on how you. Yeah, it depends on how much you're taking. Most of it is just size. And again, bodybuilders train for size. It's not like they're really strong. Now some bodybuilders are very strong. It all depends on, you know, the body is it's very interesting. So since you don't do steroids, you don't know how to work out. A lot of people don't know how to work out. Best thing to do is to focus on movements. Squat, you know, my ankle flexibility, the flexibility of my hips, you know, the strength of my abs, because it's the core. So, you know, when you learn how to squat and you learn how to deadlift and you know how to press a weight over your head and carry weight, things of this nature, and do pull-ups with your body weight and do push-ups, you know, then slowly but surely you'll develop a body that's, you know, according to how you train. Size they have is just size, just space in between the fibers.
Do you have like a setup, like you do arm day, leg day, core?
That's what I was trying to explain. Good. I'm glad you brought that up, because I don't do that. I use movements.
Okay.
I squat, I deadlift. Everything you do, it requires your entire body. If I pick up the mouse, my entire body really did that work. So you want
working out. This is why
you want to do movements. You don't want to focus on, I'm going to do legs today and tomorrow I'm going to do back. That's not an appropriate, not incorrect or correct or good or bad, not an appropriate way for someone that's not, you know, on steroids. You know, most of these guys, they do play around with, you know, acting like they're bodybuilding, and they look like somewhat a bodybuilder, and then they do steroids and they get bigger and so on. But these men, these big dudes at the gym, I'm pretty sure I could take them down and slam them against the ground, because they don't have no real strength. They have muscles. They have. Oh, I could bench, I could curl more than you. Sure, but you probably haven't taken a fall in a long time. And as soon as I slam you on the ground, because I'm strong what I need to be, then you're in trouble. And you got to think about it. You're out in the world with a bunch of men. If you're not strong where you need to be, you're going to be in trouble. Most of those guys are arrogant. You can't even ask them. Or if a scrawny dude came up to a really buff dude in a gym, usually they don't give you advice. Depends on the person. Now, if the dude's just big and strong because he's training and he's a real man, he'll take you under his wing and say, "Come on, boss, I got you. I'm gonna show you how you do this."
As a hen gathers her chicks under her wing.
Because the people that have been training or working out for all their lives, they understand the struggle. It's not easy. You make a lot of mistakes, and then when you get to where you can actually perform and move 400 or 500 pounds and put 400 or 500 pounds on your back and perform and, you know, move shit over your head, you know, that's much heavier than you, then you develop grit, you develop toughness, you know what I'm saying? You're courageous because you get confident. That shit's heavy. And that shit's dangerous. If you drop that shit the wrong way, it could fucking break you, fuck you up. You've seen all the mistakes that we've seen on YouTube. So it's a matter of movement, not a matter of I'm going to train my biceps. Because when you do pull-ups, everything works. When you do bench, everything works. When you do squats, everything works. You know? So you got to really forget about the benching. You could do push-ups for your chest. benching hurts a lot of men's shoulders because they don't understand how to do it. It's a very technical movement. So you got to learn the cues about how to move a weight in a movement, not the muscles, not anything else. If you focus on movements, you're going to develop a body that's good for performing.
Okay. Besides movements and all that, what would be like your main go-to machines if you went inside of a gym?
The shoulder press and the chest supported back row, or the some machines.
machine.
If
Which
you're
ones do
jerking around and you're like you got your chest popped out and you twist it like this and you're still using a machine, you're too heavy. You gotta learn how to master everything. So cues are important to even use a machine, because you want to understand what you're doing. It's like a flow. You get in tuned in it. Like if you pay attention at the gym, and you go to these gyms like Gold's Gym or whatever, and you see a dude working out, you could tell a dude that knows what the fuck he's doing and is strong as fuck to a dude that's just pumping his muscles. Just depends on your goal. All I say is put one static weight on there, go master 95 pounds on every single exercise, and then move it up a little bit and do it again.
How much you think a person should work out to a point where when they should take their break? Because
every day.
Every day. So
Sure.
do work out every day and just let your
Sure.
body heal overnight type deal.
It will. It
Okay.
will. And then take purposeful weeks off. Take a 10-day break and do nothing.
So that is
Body's gonna ache.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, take a 10 break.
How long should you work out before you take that 10-day break?
You might be able to work out twice a day, 7 days a week for 6 months before you take your break, and then you see, everyone's different, but everyone's the same. So you have to auto-regulate. You have to auto-regulate yourself in the gym so that you pay attention to your body. And again, if you study the cues of moving the movements, how do I bench press? How do I do this? You educate yourself. Then you go get the experience. You get confident with that weight. You get more and more stronger. You don't try to go. I don't go into a workout to burn myself out. I don't go into the gym and go hella hard, and then the rest of the day I'm like completely shot because I worked out real good. No, you didn't. You just burnt your nervous system. You didn't work out. You have to go in there and don't spend more than 20 minutes because you're natural. Now you challenge yourself. You gain more courage, more confidence, and you do it better and better, and then what? You get strong.
It's best to take like cold plunges, cold showers, stuff like that, because it like this may not be right, but it locks in the muscle that you gained, opposed to taking a hot bath or shower, because it'll break it down.
One thing that locks in whatever, it's not cold water, it's your cold dedication to being focused like a man into what you're doing and paying attention to the cues.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to become focused like a laser.
I felt like there was some truth to it, because I do notice a lot of boxers and people of that stature nature always taking like cold plunges after they work out. What is it about that?
Again,
or that
cold
that cold like smoke stuff, they go into a machine or something like that, and it's like,
right.
What is all that about?
There's a lot of gimmicks in the industry of how to get you to do and buy into certain shit. If you look at back in the 50s and the 40s, where the real men got real big and real strong and real fast, it was just eating cream, eggs, steak, potatoes, and going out to the yard and lifting weights as much as they could, because it's a game, it's a skill. The better you get at it, the body shows it off. The cold stuff, that's good for stress in terms of like handling stress, like you get dipping yourself in an ice bath. Sure, I mean, there's metabolic changes in there and stuff, but no one's got a microscope up your ass telling you, okay, now it's changing. Look, he's freezing the muscles. No one's really looking at that. They're theorizing. They're creating a gimmick because they're selling you snake oil. Oh, you have to do this. Because think about it. Now you want to find a gym that has an ice bath. Now you got to pay $80 a month instead of $40 because the gym you were didn't have an ice bath.
This is the most expensive gym in the US, coming in at a price tag of $10,000 a month. Of that, you get holistic amenities such as hyperbaric chambers, float tanks, cold plunges, Himalayan salt saunas, and IV stations.
You got to look at things from very different angles. It's a business proposition. Now you're paying more money a month and you actually dip in the ice bath maybe once because it's really difficult. So it just makes you harder in terms of your focus. Is there any changes to the mitochondria and the fibers, type 1 to type 2? Is there any growth during the cold dump? I doubt it. There's a lot of gimmicks out there that tell you this is going to do this and you got to do this because they're promoting something. It's bullshit. I don't use multivitamins. I don't use creatine. Sometimes I do. It's good. It helps you hold water weight in the cell. Creatine is useful. I don't use protein powders. I drink milk. I eat hella cheese, taters, steak. Sometimes I don't eat steak. Sometimes I go fully vegetarian, just cheese and milk, because milk is very anabolic. Good cholesterol. Sulfur from eggs, not too good. Make you heavy, make you fat. Eggs are not really good. People say they are. I don't like to eat blood. I try to stay away from every animal in the country.
Say for those that are like lactose intolerant and really don't do the milk that.
Fairlife milk from Coca-Cola, they make great milk. I've been using their lactose-free milk for probably 8 to 9 years. As soon as it came out, as soon as I saw lactose-free milk called Fairlife, I started buying it, and it's the best milk. So if you're lactose intolerant, that would be the best bet.
Okay.
But yeah, you can, but you have to have protein. And the raw vegan stuff, stay away from that. You need to eat cooked meals. Vegetables are not meant to be eaten raw. I don't know if you noticed, but anytime you eat something that's raw, your stomach is kind of weird.
People have seen some of the biggest breakthroughs by cutting out raw vegetables.
You want to get the enzymes, you can get them by cooking them. You don't have to be a vegan to get skinny. It's just a matter of you training yourself, educating yourself, making the choice to be consistent, constantly going to the gym and get strong. Such a personal thing, and I know how to do it and I can do it. And then that's the same dude that you see next year. He still looks the same, still lifting the same 30-pound dumbbell, still struggling to squat his body weight, no flexibility, no real nothing. See, people, most people never grow, bro. Most people never put 3 plates on a bar ever. You know, and that's okay. I mean, but honestly, why are you in the gym if you're not trying to actually become strong? Strength is the main key. You learn how to move these movements, you learn the cues, and you learn how to adapt and recover and sleep and get on a schedule and be consistent. It takes time. Lifting is not just, I'm going to go work out. Like mason bricklayers, that's a job. You're going to work 9-10 hours a day and you're laying brick all day. Guess what? Your forearms are giant. That's just the adaptation of the job. You have to make the gym kind of a job every day. You feel me? If you go move furniture, your body's not going to break. You're going to be tired next day, 3rd day, 4th day. Now the 5th day, you're already good. Next week, you're moving like nothing. And the new guys, and you remember when you were there. So you adapt. You feel me? You have to do it every day. When to take a break? Listen to your body. Don't take a break because don't find a program on the internet that says, okay, I'm going to do this many times a day. No, just learn how to move and then get strong and be consistent and take care of yourself. Eat good food. Don't think because I told you to buy protein powder, you're going to go buy the protein powder at the gas station that costs $20 a pack, and now HardKoreBob's fucking getting sued because I'm broke because I couldn't pay my mortgage because I bought all the protein powder from the guy. No, you got to be smart. You got to find the best protein source. TrueNutrition.com's got great protein powders. I stand behind the dude 100%. I've been buying protein powder from him for a long time. He's got a very high quality from anything from egg protein to pea protein to rice protein to anything you want. You can even create your custom mixes. And the dude himself looks like a damn tank. He is strong as fuck, like literally strong as fuck. And and he's got his own company out in California that'll ship out protein powder for you. So it's just a matter of getting the right education, so that way you go get the right experience, and then you be consistent. And with everything, that's what everything. Make the right choice to assert your needs. What do I need? I want to get a bigger chest. Then do push-ups. The dudes in the prison, they don't have nothing fancy. Push-ups. Do push-ups. I get you your shoulders, your traps, your back, your abs, and everything in between is going to get worked out because your whole body works to push anything. Pick up the mouse, my whole body is running to use it. Look at your body as a unit. Look at it as movement styles: horizontal push, horizontal pull, vertical push, you know, squatting, deadlifting, carrying heavy shit, and you'll be amazing. If you did everything I said in this video about like working out and the basics and try to get strong, you did it every day, bro, by next year you'd be you'd be much stronger than today. Because you actually went out there and did it and tried and experienced and ate and went to sleep and yada yada. You see, it takes time. People want to get stabbed in the ass with some roids and imagine that they're gonna get buff like that, look like Arnold tomorrow. Bro, that shit don't work that way. And we got kids left and right doing that shit. Trenbolone and so on goes the list of things that they pop into their body because they think they want that look and that confidence. Well, guess what? You're doing it wrong. You're gaining incorrect confidence because you're stabbing yourself with something that's going to hurt you destructively later in life. It's bad for you.